Hail to the victors. That is the message this morning.
Big win for the Michigan men's basketball team in the NCAA tournament.
So we'll get to hear some of the reaction from that. You know what? Let's just go ahead and
roll it.
Hear some of it right now. There it is. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine.
Look at all those people. Man,
Tuesday
they must have been having a good time.
After a big win. Happy post-national championship win Tuesday. There it is.
What a day. First title since 1989 in basketball for the men's team.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Got a lot of friends who are happy.
I bet.
Yep.
That's it?
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. I've got a few friends that are state fans that are not so happy.
I mean, you know, my husband roots for the Buckeyes. I think even he's happy about this just because you're here. You've got a team from Michigan that went. You kind of got to be happy about it, right?
Yeah, Michigan's, they're doing really well.
This was the reaction we heard from some of the players and coaches last night.
I just kept saying in my head, pain is temporary, you know. Champions live forever, pain is temporary. I kept repeating it to myself, but eventually I started believing it, and I feel like I got a little bit of extra pop after that.
It's surreal. It doesn't feel real. I'm sure to sink in at some point, but it hasn't yet.
Namara, you emphasized it feels good to not just be a national champion, but a national champion at Michigan. Why does this university mean so much to you?
Michigan changed my life, and just to be in this moment with this team, but also understanding all the work that I put through, all the work that this team put in, this is what makes the moment even more special.
Everybody understands that we are here today because of the work that has been done. You take Dusty, you take Juwan, you take John, you keep going all the way through. And all the players that have touched this place, this is why we're here today.
Yax called this the best Michigan team ever before you won the championship. You won the championship. Would you agree with him?
Yeah, now I can finally say absolutely. I feel like we stamped our legacy as far as one of the best teams, period.
So, yeah, it's this exciting day for Michigan fans after almost 40 years, you know, like kids who've been waiting their whole lives for this. So it's a big day.
It's interesting. Neither team shot the ball very well, and Michigan only made 2 3-pointers all game long, 2 of 15 from long distance, but they had enough to get it done.
It wasn't that big of a score difference either, which is not what we're used to seeing with the Michigan team. Fans have been going crazy, and they were up late at night last night in Ann Arbor. So there are going to be some tired fans, tired students this morning.
Some skipped assignments maybe. Homework not done.
Adriana Doria was in Ann Arbor for us, and she mentioned that she talked to quite a few people who they're like, I got to get up early. I've got all this homework to do. I don't know how that's going to go for them. But
there were people waiting outside of bars and restaurants for half a day yesterday before the game, so they could be a part of that atmosphere.
The students are probably waking up this morning. Why couldn't this be on a Saturday or Friday? On a Monday.
I always wonder why they do it on a Monday night.
Oh, my goodness, man. Yeah, especially for the students. But, yeah, plus her mom is a graduate from Michigan. That's kind of cool.
She was there in 1989, the last time they won a championship.
Adriana's mom.
Adriana's mom, yes. All right. So that's the excitement.
All right.
We do have weather to talk about.
Not as exciting.
Not as exciting.
Says who?
It is cold. It's downright cold.
Yeah, so students are wearing jackets.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a cold night to be partying outside. Well, you get that sometimes in April. Yeah, it's chilly out there right now. We're looking at overall. This is going to be the coldest day of the week. That's it.
There you go.
All right, cool. All right. Now, that's a bench Forrest Gump wouldn't be sitting on.
No.
I love it. Forrest Gump at the bus stop.
Yep. Life's like a bucket of chocolates. Okay, anyway, we have flooding conditions out there. Fortunately, though, I think we're going to see the flooding starting to reside in many areas or subside. with river levels going down. We're probably going to peak for the Grand River area today, tonight, and then we're going to start to see that go down. And it's going to be moderate level of flooding. Last I checked, Ellen actually left some good notes. About 100 homes are impacted by this flooding in the Thornapple and also into the Grand River. So, I have a feeling those people are getting flooded right now. They kind of know what the deal is. The flood alerts, there you go, peaking tonight at 15.4. Flood stage is like around 17, so we're going to, or major flood stage is over 17 in Grand Rapids, so we're going to stay below that. And then minor flooding for the Thornapple and also Muskegon. That's good news there. Also some good news is we're going to be dry the next couple days. We do have to introduce a chance of rain for Thursday and also Friday morning, but it doesn't look too substantial. All the way through the weekend, we'll have another additional half an inch to maybe an inch of rain. Now, the GFS model is actually all the way up to 1.5 inches. I didn't like to see that, but now it's starting to come down a bit. So it looks like somewhere, half an inch to an inch. So we'll see what pans out. Overall, though, waking up to a nice sunrise this morning. Look on the left-hand side. It's cold in April when you have lake effect snow showers.
Oh, my goodness. It's pretty, though.
Yeah, it is.
From inside.
Yeah, right. Looking out a window. Mm-hmm. Check out Sault Ste. Marie right now. They still have, a foot of snow at least on the ground up there. Marquette is still reporting 3 feet of snow on the ground.
3 feet?
3 feet. 37 inches the last I saw for the Climo update. 22 in Grand Rapids. That is a cold morning for April. And then you have to factor in that wind, which, by the way, has been quite a factor lately. It's just been quite breezy to kick off April. But today's going to be different with the high pressure moving right overhead. That tends to lead to a calm wind or very light wind. So fortunately, that'll be the case. I actually plan on doing a lot of yard work this afternoon. Take advantage of that. Overall, dry conditions out there as that high pressure slides right overhead. We'll see a few high mid-level clouds on increase tonight. With that push of warm air, very typical, you get increasing clouds and sometimes a little bit of moisture. That moisture should be a brief light shower or a sprinkle north of Grand Rapids. I think this forecast model is a little too aggressive. But if you're north of Grand Rapids, let's say Muskegon up towards Ludington, Hart, Big Rapids, Newaygo, you could have a brief sprinkle or a light shower early in the morning. Rest of the day dry with partly to mostly cloudy conditions. I wanted to show you this because on Friday, on the backside of a cold front, temperatures could be marginally cold enough. We could get a little narrow wedge of some freezing rain, maybe some rain-snow mix north of Grand Rapids Friday morning. I think it's just going to be rain here in Grand Rapids, but something we got to keep a close eye on. Both Thursday morning, Friday morning would be the time where we could see some rain showers. Need the umbrella. I think the afternoon should be dry. And then that dry air carries over into the weekend Saturday. Lots of sunshine. Should be a very light wind Saturday. And then Sunday, a warm front moves through. 70s are very close to it. Sunday and also Monday. The chance of rain, the last I checked, it looks lower and lower for Sunday. So good news there. We may make it all the way through the weekend dry. But Monday, Tuesday, you can see the chance of thunderstorms there. It does look like next week will be a wet pattern again. So hopefully those river levels go down quickly. And you could see warm temperatures really throughout much of the U.S. for the second to third week of April. And our average by the end of that, the tail end of that 8 to 14 day is 60 degrees. So we continue watching those averages go up and then wet. It looks like a wet pattern again during that time frame. So it looks like it's going to be a wet month again, coming off a wet March.
Great.
Yeah. So
how problematic do you think that's going to be? The ground is so saturated. River and creek levels are already so high.
I think it's going to be a problem, especially if we get clustering of storms next week, which, it's the thunderstorms that bring the heavy rain. Mm-hmm. And there's several opportunities for that next week. Hopefully they don't train, go right over one right over another, but I have to watch it closely.
Okay.
Yep. You are right. Saturated. At least the Lake Michigan water levels could be going up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that's where we're at, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Matt,
Okay.
thanks.
You're welcome.
I'll just warn everyone now, we're taking a little Daybreak Plus spring break.
You're leaving?
Yeah.
What are you're taking up too?
No, I'll be
like,
here.
what are you dancing for?
But
I'll be on Daybreak.
We're taking a Daybreak plus spring break. So this.
Oh, I see why you're dancing.
So I was going to say see you tomorrow, but actually it'll be Monday.
Okay.
But anyway, thanks, man.
A few days off.
Of course.
A few days off. We have more to get to, though, here on this edition of Daybreak Plus.
Hey, let's talk about baseball.
We can talk about
All right.
baseball, maybe. You want to talk about baseball? Let's
The
do it.
Whitecaps.
Yeah, the Whitecaps home opener. That's today. Isn't that
Coming
exciting?
up tonight, 6:35.
So we've got that going on, and we'll talk about that coming up next.
Stay with us.
And we are back to Daybreak Plus here on a Tuesday when we have this information from state police about something that happened there yesterday.
Yes, they shot a man. They say he had a gun. Police reported. Shot this man. He's in the hospital. We're working to find out his condition.
We also have LMCU Ballpark getting ready for the home opener for the West Michigan Whitecaps, which is a huge deal today.
Baseball is back. Bring it on.
Baseball is back. Duncan McLean has been there for us all morning checking things out.
We're here at LMCU Ballpark, here home of the defending Midwest League champion West Michigan Whitecaps as they prepare for opening day coming up later on this afternoon. They're hoping to defend one of the greatest seasons in minor league baseball history with a number of returning faces and lots of new things to enjoy here at the ballpark. Among them, some new premium food options, including some walleye bites that we tried this morning and are delicious, a fried pickle quesadilla, and a number of different offerings. It's not just premium food that's new to the menu, though. They're offering a new value menu that includes 8 items, all priced at $5 each. That includes basically the ballpark favorites like the Bavarian pretzel, soft drinks, fries, and hot dogs. If you're looking on the field, there are a number of highly ranked Detroit Tigers prospects returning to the team this year, along with 17 players from that championship team last year. They're also combining a lot of players that are coming up from the Lakeland team that won their own championship last year. Along with them is the manager of that team, who was the manager of the year at that level. They're joining the West Michigan Whitecaps this year to hopefully lead them to yet another historic season. If you plan on coming tonight, first pitch is set for 6:35. The first 2,000 fans through the gates will get a replica of the championship ring that will be awarded to the team tonight. There's also a banner ceremony prepared and all sorts of celebration for that team last year as we get ready to look ahead to another historic season here at the ballpark this year. Our coverage will continue throughout the day, including a special live presentation from here at the ballpark on the 7. Amber Kriska and Blake Harms will be anchoring that, bringing you the sights and sounds of an April opener here in West Michigan. For now, at LMCU Ballpark, Duncan McLean, News 8.
We appreciate Duncan being there for us this morning. We also are covering this continuing story from Cedar Springs where a man hit and killed a 3-year-old girl, his now ex-fiance's daughter.
This was Estella Johnson, a young 3-year-old who apparently was running alongside of his vehicle when she was hit. He is facing up to 15 years in prison. Daniel Bryant hit her with the pickup truck, and he's charged with reckless driving and child abuse as well.
There's been a missing persons case in West Michigan that has baffled investigators for years. This is a cold case. The young woman, the girl who went missing, was Deanie Peters. And there's only ever been one person who faced any sort of charges at all related to the case. But now that person has been cleared.
Target 8 was investigating the story dating back to 1981, and 66-year-old Jamie Frisbee had been charged with perjury in this case, not the disappearance, but with perjury, and those charges have now been dismissed.
So Ken Kolker has followed this case for a long time, and he talked to James Frisbee about the suspicion that still lingers.
It's nothing at all, except what I saw in the news and what people have said.
Rumors.
Rumors.
And you try to provide those rumors to the police.
Yeah, I try to apply some more facts. So what about this? What about that? I started to kind of like go into shock. And I couldn't believe this was happening to me, being arrested for something. All I did was try to help. And I was like, why is this happening to me?
But he is now cleared in those charges, and if they don't have any other developments that they expect to announce anytime soon.
Yes, and James told us he knows nothing about the disappearance.
Let's talk space, because the Artemis 2 crew, they're on their way back to Earth. So they flew around the dark side of the moon.
They
How about
circled
that?
the moon. They saw a total eclipse.
Total eclipse, not of the heart.
Not of the heart of the moon. They reached the furthest point that anyone has ever traveled from Earth into space. And
they talked to the president.
They did. They did have a little phone call, little space call.
Space call. This is what the astronaut from West Michigan, who was born here, Christina Cook, said during that call.
Mr. President, to be here with you speaking about our incredible day today. I think one of the biggest highlights was coming back from the far side of the moon and having the first glimpses of planet Earth again after being out of communication for about 45 minutes. It really just reminds you what a special place we have and how important it is for our nation to lead and not follow in exploring deep space.
So they're supposed to splash down off the West Coast Friday.
10-day mission's supposed to end on Friday.
So this should, hopefully, obviously, you saw where that highlighted part of the path was. That's where they're at. Hopefully the rest of it is smooth sailing.
All right. And that's the rundown for a Tuesday morning.
That is. But we have more to get to coming up. I took a trip with the fam. We've had all these different things planned every day for spring break.
Okay.
So the first day was the butterflies.
Oh, those are always nice to see.
So we'll show you a little bit of that next. We're back.
Daybreak Plus on a Tuesday morning. Let's get to the birthdays.
Yeah, happy birthday to Jackie Chan, the man, 72.
Rush Hour, Karate Kid. He's got some great action movies.
The Gladiator himself turning 62 years old today. These are not.
That's Paul Rudd, not Russell Crowe.
Paul Rudd.
Russell Crowe is 62, American Gangster, Gladiator. Gladiator's really classic.
Gladiator is a classic. Let's see here.
Let's see if we got Russell.
Where are you, Russell? I mean, we just want to see Russell.
There he is. Russell, how you doing?
The man himself. How can we not? How can we not gift you with that today, right? Okay, another big birthday today is this one, 87 years old.
Francis Ford Coppola, director of Godfather and Godfather 2, Apocalypse Now. Won an Oscar for Godfather 2 for Best Director.
Let's head to the stage.
Okay.
John Oates of Hall & Oates.
Hall & Oates, Rock and Roll Hall of Famers, 78 years old today.
Spring break started for us last week Friday, and we went right to the butterflies.
All right.
Here's our trip through the butterflies exhibit.
You excited to see the butterflies?
I'm excited. I want to try and find these two.
Julia and a blue and white.
And the
What does it say?
long wing.
Yep.
Long wing.
That's it.
That one, that one, and that one.
I see.
I also want to see that one.
Yeah.
you have a favorite?
The blue one.
The big one?
The orange one.
Every butterfly almost landed on
Grady, keep walking, please.
Why?
So there it is.
Now, when did you go?
We just went Friday.
How crowded was it?
It was pretty crowded.
Yeah. Peak time.
I think we might have time to share Miranda's spring break guide.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Here's what else you can check out on spring break. Stay.
Spring break is in full swing, and it's a great time to bring the kids to downtown Grand Rapids. There's so much to do and see. You can check out the Grand Rapids Public Museum, where they have special spring break activities taking place every single day. So does the Grand Rapids Children's Museum with a spring break bonanza. And don't forget, the Grand Rapids Public Library is a beautiful place to spend some time. And of course, you can hit Studio Park. Watch a movie with the entire family. When you go to a movie, you will actually get parking for free, and you can finish off a sweet day at Elsa's Ice Cream Shop. If you're looking for more ideas for free and affordable fun, head to our website, woodtv.com, and click on Spring Break Guide. Make it a great day where you live.
Hey, and thanks for hanging out with us. And just as a reminder,
Couple days off. We'll be back on Monday.
Daybreak Plus. Yep.
We'll be on Daybreak, but
We will have a Daybreak show, a main Daybreak show, but Daybreak Plus, we're taking a spring break from. So I hope you enjoy the rest of the week.
have a great day.
See you Monday.